Hi, I'm Noah and I'm roasting every US president in order, again. Today I'll be roasting third president and world's most formal scarecrow, Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson is one of several founding fathers who, despite holding people as slaves, spoke and wrote about how he thought slavery was evil. I guess it was a classic case of do as I say and not as I do, except because Jefferson enslaved over 600 people, it was more like do as I say and not as I do 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 do. Jefferson may have thought that slavery was evil, but he also thought that black and white people couldn't coexist and thought that black people should colonize some other country, preferably in Africa. Boy, I tell ya, the lengths that some people will go to avoid child support. As a young man, Jefferson greatly enjoyed fox hunting, a practice that is now controversial because it ends with a pack of dogs tearing the fox apart. I can't believe that Jefferson would ever inflict such cruelty like that. Typically, if he was going to be cruel, he preferred a target that couldn't run away. When Jefferson's wife Martha was dying, she made him promise to never remarry, which he reluctantly agreed to. The bad news is that he got around this by having sex with Sally Hemings, who he kept as a slave, but the good news is that Jefferson apparently made history as our first evil genie president because he granted Martha's wish in the worst way possible. Hemings wasn't just one of the people that Jefferson kept as slaves, she was his late wife Martha's half-sister and supposedly strongly resembled Martha. Gross! I realize this concept hadn't been invented yet, but there's a reason that the stages of grief are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance, and not denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and sexually exploiting someone who looks a lot like your dead wife. As if the whole thing weren't horrific enough, Hemings was only 15 or 16 years old when Jefferson started having sex with her. That's appalling. It didn't interfere with Hemings' education, but that's only because she was legally prohibited from getting one. Alright, please consider donating to help the family that I sponsor in Gaza. If you'd like to support me or watch bonus videos, please check out my Then let me know who else to roast, and join me next time for part 2 of my roast of third US president and a man who appears to be writing an opera about how hard it is to be wealthy, Thomas Jefferson.